right, time for us to talk about the boys. And let me tell you, Lottie, the boys. What the first two seasons are really great, actually.
Yes.
You know, you should know if you're listening to this. You should know what the boys is because I mean, seriously, why wouldn't you? But let's just in case you don't know what the boys is. It's a a TV show about a world where there's superheroes, and these superheroes ostensibly they fight crime and whatever, but in fact they are they're basically corporate employees of a big old multinational corporation that treats them as a cross between reality TV stars and product pitchmen and influencers or whatever. And also they happen to be like just like regular people, pretty fucking awful if they get any kind of power and any kind of prestige. They get any kind of clout, they're terrible. And our, the boys, led
Mhm.
by Butcher, are essentially trying to get them back in line because they're doing awful things like murdering people or accidentally killing people or whatever. Because you know what I'm saying? That's the deal. And so the third season comes back after having at the end of the previous season. They more or less have somewhat neutralized Homelander, who is like was psychopathic Superman, and have kind of theoretically gotten into a situation where they can regulate uh, the superhero, the soups as they call them, and that's where we start off here, where the boys are working for the CIA, or they're working for the CIA and work for the Department of Superhuman Affairs, where they're supposedly looking after superheroes, making sure whoever's doing bad gets taken down for it. And Lottie, oh my God, these are the best damn episodes of this show.
Yeah.
They're out. We've had two great seasons, but this season just told them to hold their beer because they're better. These three episodes are better than all the other episodes that came before them,
Yep.
and they've dialed it up. We were already at a 10, and they said, f that. They dialed it up to like 25 on these episodes. Uh, Lottie, what else is there to really say about it? What did you think about these first three episodes?
Man, listen. I'm just how can I say this? I'm happy that they didn't change. It's how you're like The Boys season 2 was like during the pandemic, wasn't it? Like during the pandemic or when did it air?
I want to
I think
say, though, a year and a half ago, so probably 2020.
yeah, it was like middle of 2020. So a lot of things have happened since that time. We've became more of a, you know, thing when it comes to sensitivity, certain things of all that stuff. There's certain things that are not considered nice or cool or anything like that in shows. It's a lot of censoring that happened during the pandemic afterwards and all that stuff. And I kind of felt like maybe I could say there was a little bit of me that I was like, are they going to censor the show just a bit? And my God, was I wrong. In the first 5 minutes of the show, I'm not lying. In the first 5 minutes of the show, every man on the planet who watched that show was holding their dicks because, mm, oh my God. I mean, I was like, when I saw that scene, I was like, this is the boys. This is the fucking boys. They have not changed. They probably got even worse, actually.
Yeah, yeah. They don't shy away from violence and gore. It's kind of funny, like
Yes.
it's played for laughs or whatever. But this really is a horrifying world they live in, and
Yeah.
we're getting to see people who are gunning for you know superheroes that would murder them immediately, right? we're treated to Anthony Starr is just he is doing the work of his career, playing an unhinged and unleashed Homelander, who at best of times he is a ticking time bomb, but in the worst of times he's Michael Myers breathing on the back of your fucking neck, right?
Yep.
And he's he really thinks he's a god. He has a god complex, and he's fully prepared to either subjugate the world or to be he'll be Jesus or he'll be Lucifer. He doesn't give a fuck. And that's fucking scary. He
Yeah.
is terrifying on
That is
screen.
terrifying.
And then you got Butcher, who is trying to figure out. He's like, can I become what I hate in order to kill what I hate?
Yeah.
And much less Huey and Starlight. There's a bunch of things going. Hell, even the fifth string characters like Deep and A Train. They got their little things that they're going through. Deep is trying to get back on the seven, but he's forced to do something fucking awful, like that part. That look, spoiler. The
Jesus Christ.
octopus part
Jesus Christ.
is like nightmare inducing. It's
Yes.
if you want it, like, it's nightmare inducing. The whole bit that where the power struggle between Starlight and Homelander. Much less, dude. They are going for everybody. They're going.
Yeah.
They're shooting. They're taking shots at everybody. But you know who's getting the most shots, and because the people who are getting the most shots taken at them are the ones who have the most fragile fucking, the most fragile snowflake ass people on the planet right now. Let's just say in America right now, and that is these, you know, beta omega male, you know, scared of women, scared of minorities, fragile ass, angry white dudes, and they are getting it the hardest in this, and they're not shying away from it. These are, dude. These are Have you seen this? Have you seen this on social media? These motherfuckers, these toxic ass fans and shit. Like, these motherfuckers are cheering for Homelander. They think he's great.
Are you like in real life?
I'm talking about, there are people in real life who like, yeah, they like I love Homelander. I'm like, you stay the fuck away from me. That's what I
If
think.
you like,
Stay
I
the
remember
fuck
I
away
was
from me.
having this discussion with my friend Anthony, and we were talking about Homelander. We're like, we love his character, we love the character of Homelander. But if you got anything, like if you got any form of happiness or excitement from that speech, you are a psychopath. I'm sorry, you are. There is no possible way a normal human being can get off to that speech, because that is the speech of somebody that is willing to basically burn the earth.
Yeah.
And unlike Omni-Man, who thinks that he's actually doing the earth a favor, Homelander looks at it like Omni-Man looks at humans as an inferior race, and that we are going to bring humans into the light. Homelander thinks that he is God, and there's nothing morally wrong with what he's doing when he grew up in a world where there are things to show him that are morally right. Omni-Man's only moral compass are people annihilating his whole entire planet until only the strong survive. You know what I mean? What's his name? Yeah, he was raised in tough environments, but since he's been out, he could have been a better person. You know what I mean? Because everyone, a lot of people talk to me about Homelander. They're like, well, you gotta understand, he had a bad homecoming, upbringing. So did Naruto. Does Naruto want to scorch the earth?
Well,
Come on, man.
Homelander's obviously he's broken. He's a broken, fragile dude. And he's just like, I'm tired of people blaming me for my strength. I'm like, no, bitch. That's nobody's mad at you for your strength. Nobody's blaming you for your fucking strength. They're, if
Yeah.
anything, they want to rein you in because you don't have any fucking ability to actually be responsible with it. That's
Yeah.
you have a handler for a reason because you're irresponsible and you don't look at you dehumanize everybody else so you can do whatever the fuck you want to them. And you pointed something out to me. I didn't notice it until you pointed out the way Marvin, his ex-wife's new man, is a Homelander stan, and he was just
Yeah.
like so excited, like he may as well have
Yeah.
whipped his shit out and started jerking off.
Jerking off to her.
Listen to
And
this.
that's crazy that she left her husband for that.
That and
You
that
know what I mean?
it's just like and they're like, oh, remember they were like, you're up 47% with white males. Yeah, because these are the I'm like these dudes that identify with Homelander, in our world, maybe they're smart enough not to say this shit out loud, but those people that identify with him, they're the same people that also identify with Stormfront.
Yeah.
And or even if
And
they don't want to even if they don't want to
Stormfront,
say it out loud, they identify with Stormfront.
don't forget there were people in the show. Remember we saw this
Yeah.
with Trump, the tiki torches. I was like, what?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what the beauty of this show. That's the thing about The Boys. The beauty of the show is, yes, it's raunchy, it's gory. There's a lot of holy shit moments in it. We learn a lot of stuff in this about things that happened in the past, but it's also saying things. It's like this show is actually saying real shit. They'll outright say it. The part where we saw Mallory, and when she was younger, when she was admitting uh, the fact that she worked for the CIA and they were running cocaine in order to and they were specifically selling to minority neighborhoods. This is real shit that happened in real life, right?
Yeah.
So they're saying some explicitly real shit, but they're also saying some real shit by how they present things, like how they present the the Vought Rifle Association, right? This whole show is essentially about how corporatizing everything goes off the rails wrong, right? Where it creates
Mhm.
it creates literal monsters, but it also creates monsters like Stan Edgar, who is by far the most evil person on the whole damn show.
Yeah.
Easily. He has no he doesn't have he can't eviscerate people with his hands. He doesn't have laser eyes, but he can point the people that do at people. He can cover up murders. He's the worst. This this show is fucking next level. That's all I can say. It's next level. And there's a reason why can I say this? And tell me if you agree with me. The best superhero show on TV, period.
Yeah, it's not close. It's not even a close. Like it's by far the best one. And just to go real back to just to show how much of a sack the shit Stan Edgar is. He basically told his little brother, who is spoilers, Black Noir, dance black man dance. Pretty much. Cause his brother's like, I don't want to wear the mask anymore. But he was like, but if they find out that Black Noir is a black man, they might not do it. And he's like, yeah, but you're this. Talk to them. And he basically was like, nah, dance, black man, dance.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that's your little brother, you piece of shit.
Yeah, like I said, he's the worst. He was fine with Stormfront being a Nazi as long as she could, help raise share prices and shit like that.
Yep.
That dude's he's fucking awful. But there's a lot of people making awful decisions and they're doing some kind of awful things in this. It's only 3 episodes in.
Yep.
And there's just no telling where Homelander's gonna go. There's no telling where what's not Stormfront, what's Starlight gonna have to do? What's Huey gonna? It's shit. It's crazy, and I love it. I love it. This best superhero show on TV. Hell,
Yep.
it's better than half of the damn superhero movies we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's that good. Like I completely agree with you. There's no disagreement in this that I've been trying to get so many people to watch The Boys. I'm like, guys, you love Marvel stuff. Like I'm like, guys, why would what? Like everybody asks me, why do you like The Boys so much and all that stuff? I told them it's a real world superhero movie. I mean, if all world had superheroes in it, that alone should make you want to watch the show. Because I remember when you told me about it, I never was able to watch it because I didn't have Amazon Prime. As soon as I got Amazon Prime, what did I do? I watched The Boys.
And your life was changed forever.
Heck yeah! I'm like, what is? I'm like, this show is amazing.
Yeah, it's only gotten better. So yeah, we really liked it, and we can't wait to see the next episode coming out this Friday. So we'll let you guys know what we think about it when that happens. What did you guys think about the episode? The first 3 episodes. What do you think about what we had to say? Get down to the comment section. Let us know what you're thinking, and also you can hit us up supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter, and we'll chop it up. Talk about The Boys.